Do you ever feel like your mind is spinning so fast with all the things that are going on in your life right now? Well, join me just now and I'll show you how to create this lovely tangle called Elliott. It will bring calm and peace and get rid of all that chaos for a while. Okay, I'm just going to get started with drawing some dots as a grid in this tile. This tile in particular is 2.5 inches squared. And I'm just trying to space these dots, orbs, whatever you want to call them, that I'm creating as evenly apart as possible. But you know, it's not, you don't have to worry about it being perfect. We're not measuring it all out or anything like that. And in case we haven't met yet, I am Lisa Crow of Create and Calm with Lisa, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. So, we've done our grid here, and what we're going to do next is we're going to create, almost like, if you're familiar with Zentangle, you'll know the pattern Huggins, most likely. So it's kind of like Huggins, in that it's got these curves. But unlike with Huggins, you know, you'll wrap your arcs around the orbs. We're not doing that with this one, but we are alternating. So we've got a curve on the right-hand side of these two orbs, connecting them together. And now we're going to connect the next two on the left-hand side. So we alternate whether they're connecting on the right-hand side or the left-hand side along or up and down each column, but we're also going to alternate what way they go along the rows. So for this side, we connected on the right-hand side, so these ones are going to connect on the left. Connect on the right, connect on the left. Then that one was on the left, so this one's going to be on the right, left, right. That one was on the right, so this one here will be on the left, right, left. And then we're going to start creating some X shapes or crosses in the centres. I've just realised I haven't locked my focus, so I'm just doing that just now. So hopefully the camera's not going to go in and out of focus. So we're going to basically extend this line here down to this one here. And then we're going to mirror that, going from this line here, as if it's almost one big long line. So we've got an X, and then I don't know what kind of shape that would be. It's like an egg with pointy ends. And then in this one, because we've got an X here, the shapes are different. This is going to be an X up here. So if we imagine that there was going to be another line there, bring that up here. And then this one would be like this. And then we're going to bring this one here. And then we're going to have an X in the centre here as well. Just take your time with connecting each of these lines. So that is us at the point where we've connected all of these different lines. What I'm going to do, you can see where there's a pattern starting to emerge. So there would be points on either side of these I don't know what the actual official shape is. You know how that's a shape there? You can see it's like an oval with pointy bits. So this is optional, you don't need to do this bit. I'm just extending mine a little bit. And that is pretty much all of the inking in for the step outs of Elliott, which I don't think I mentioned before. Elliott is deconstructed by Jennifer Hohensteiner, who is also a certified Zentangle teacher. So I think today I'm going to show you, I'm not going to teach you exactly the way that Zenlinia, or Anitsa Gabrovitz as her real name is. I'm not going to teach the exact variation of hers. However, I am going to do one thing that Anitsa had in her video. I'm going to link to that video so that you can see her variation, and I'll show you the tiles that I created after watching along with Anitsa. But these lines, these orbs, Anitsa has them so that they've kind of been echoing or auraing these curvy lines here. So that one echoed this, and now this one, because it's just basically auraing the way that we were drawing them in the first place, whether they were connecting on the left or the right. So that one will be the opposite way. If you look at the outside orbs, it's a bit easier to see what's going on with those ones. Okay. So now I am going to, I've not actually auraed these bits here, have I? And I need to aura that bit there. So I'm going to just demonstrate something that's quite similar to what Anitsa did as well. So you see the areas where there are two triangles meeting at a point that's sort of like a butterfly shape. Anitsa had hers so that she inked in those shapes. Hers was done in black. I'm just going to go for some pretty pink today. And you'll see when you, well, if you click on the link to watch Anitsa's video, she has hers. It's very striking the way that she's created hers. So she has an orb at the bottom centre of her tile, and then she creates radiating orbs, you know, a grid that goes out. It's almost like a flame shape. It's hard to describe. You will see my tangles that I've created at the end, and all will become clear. But no, it's lovely. But I wanted to kind of do Elliott because I enjoyed Anitsa's video so much, but I also wanted to teach it as close to the original step outs as I could. So we've now inked in those kind of butterfly shapes there. You could do this inking in bit later on in the tile process. You don't have to do it in this specific order. I'm just now inking in those orbs to be pink. And what I quite like about Elliott is that you could add some shade to, you know, these kind of butterfly bits. They could be shaded, or you could use them as areas to be filled in. Or you could do it the other way around, like these pointy oval things could be where you use a filler, you put a filler pattern in. So what I'm going to do now that I've inked those spaces in, I'm going to come back in with my pen here, and I'm going to basically put another shape in the middle. It's like a rice shape, a big rice shape or a seed shape. And just taking your time. There's absolutely no rush at all. And then I think I'm going to add some triangles going along the centres here. Maybe do another triangular shape in each of these that we've already created. So I'm wondering how many of you have been drawing along with Project Pack 26. Have you been getting involved with that? I had a series of videos that I've been putting out, still to upload one that I've recorded and record and film the last one. I was basically teaching people how to create the strings for Project Pack 26, because you know Zentangle are always saying you don't have to buy the kits just to kind of tangle along with what you have at home. But I realised that not everybody is going to have access to all of the strings that Zentangle strings had, the Zentangle Zendalas had. So I've been creating them. Anyway, so you could kind of keep creating more triangles into these ones that we've already done. You could ink some of them in. I think just now, just because I'm on camera, I'm just going to try not to drag this out too long. Keep any boredom at bay. Play around with this as much as you like at home. What I am doing is adding some graphite just at the tips of these. I suppose they are kind of like just big rice shapes, aren't they? Like these funny oval pointy things. So I'm just going to smooth out that graphite a little bit. Bring it towards the centre, but not so far that we don't have any highlight there. I think that looks really cool. I'm going to add some more graphite on the insides of these bits here with the triangles. if you have been enjoying these videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. I've actually had loads and loads and loads of new subscribes just in the last couple of weeks. I'm now more than 900 subscribers, which just blows my mind. I'm a tiny channel in terms of subscribers and views compared to many others, but I am also quite new. So I'm grateful to everybody who has subscribed. It really means a lot. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some graphite underneath and above all of these little orbs that we've got here. And the possibilities for this tangle are basically, you know, the sky is the limit, because you could add so many different fillers in the different areas. You'll see how I went about doing mine shortly, if you would like some inspiration. This might be a cool tangle to do on a Renaissance tile, you know, a tan coloured surface. So, I can't even remember which way that I started tangling in the first place. But as we all know, if you've been following along for any time with me, you'll know that Zentangle, there's no up or down. It's all abstract and non-representational. So we don't have to worry about which way is the right way. I'm just going to put my chop over here. Not really got much space for a chop. So that is how to create Elliott. So we've also got, this is a very, very quickly drawn one, really messy. This is not really proper tangling, because it's a bit the steps. I've done it a bit sketchily rather than doing it with deliberate intentional strokes. This is very close to the original step out, and you can see that I've instead of putting the filler where I put the triangles and things, I've treated it differently, and I've put the fillers in the bit where we've got the opposite. This one I quite liked. I've got, instead of the triangles, I've got these orbs like that, and then these two tiles I've got here, to zoom out a bit. These ones were the ones that I created after watching along with Zenlinia tutorial for Elliott, which was on YouTube, and like I say, I will link to that. So it's so much fun to create Elliott. So you could play around with, this is like a variation of it. You can just see it's exactly the same way of doing it. It's just that Anitsa has created her original grid. Instead of being very straight lines, she's created it more as a radiating line. So yes, thank you so much for following along if you've stuck it out to the end, and I hope to see you at some point soon. Please do subscribe, like, share, all of that, all very, very much appreciated. See you next week.